Easily impressed. Okay. All right, so I may be biased, but I know the strongest woman on the face of the earth. My story today is about a single woman's dedication to her children, her fight for equal opportunities, and her everlasting struggle of her life. Her name is Catherine, my mother. Since we're celebrating women today, I thought it was appropriate to honor her. So here we go. So they say that my mom was very independent when she was a girl. But they didn't say she was too cute. She was kind of cute. Not too cute. But her story doesn't start right here. It actually starts July 15th, 1987. You can kind of tell it's the 80s. That's my mom. It starts this day because 1987, my mom was 16 years old. And this is the day that I was born. It's kind of crazy, my mom was 16. It's even crazier is I have an older sister. My mom had my sister when she was 15. And me when she was 16. So she had 2 kids to raise. And it was pretty crazy. My father was out of the picture, and my mom's father kicked her out of the house. And so she had 2 kids to support all by herself. So, freshman year of high school, she dropped out to take her full responsibilities of carrying life. You see the very bottom right picture? That's the only picture we have of her when she was pregnant. It's kind of not that good, but I still cherish it. It's my mom. So, she worked her way up in the business world, was a single loving mother, and took college classes at that time. Our mother didn't have very much money when we were younger, so instead of taking us to Disneyland or going to the movies, we went to art museums, free orchestra concerts at the local community college. Instead of buying fancy toys, we went to the library. She told us to be productive all the time. That's why I have all kinds of really random talents. People like to say, like, hey, why do you learn those things? They're really random. Because I went to the library, I used to learn origami or random But she also didn't engage us in sports. She was our coach. You can see her at the bottom. She actually saved money being a coach too, so it was kind of another benefit. So our childhood definitely was different, but it was very memorable because our mother had a sense of priorities. She worked really hard and had selfless dedication to her family. My sister became my best friend. You can see her in all those pictures, and became worse enemies too. But for the most part, we were there for each other, and we went through a lot, and we have a really strong bond. And I love her very much. So, my mom's hopes and dreams seem to have finally come true. She's been working really hard, and she got a new opportunity in Temecula. And at the time, I was like in 5th grade. And so, we used to live in the bad part of Los Angeles, and she wanted to get us out of this bad part. And so, she got this opportunity in this good neighborhood, and so she brought along me, my sister, my grandmother, and my 2 younger uncles. You can see on the very left. They're over there. They're like my little brothers because we were together all the time. And they lived in our house, and they're basically my brothers. So, as life moved forward, obstacles only seemed to get larger. She was a single working parent taking care of 4 kids and my grandmother. My grandmother was on welfare while my mom was gone working for long periods of time. She'd be gone at weeks sometimes. And she was only one there really to be there to watch over us when my mom was gone. She was kind of like a second mother, maybe even our father to us. So she was the only one there to watch over us until one day she was diagnosed with ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, which is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. And so this was really difficult on my mom. She now had 4 kids, and at the time, I believe she was not even 30 years old yet. She was 29, 28 years old. So it was definitely a difficult time for our family and for my 2 younger uncles. But we kind of dragged along. My mom, she had a boyfriend at the time, Donald Scott, and she was in love. And they were only together for about a year, but Don, he lived in an apartment his entire life and had a big, large savings. He bought a home for himself with 5 bedrooms in it, and it was kind of funny, but basically we moved over there. And my mom was planning to get married. So, days before my mom's wedding though, 32, she was also diagnosed with ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. And definitely really, really difficult time for our family. And, but my stepdad was there for us the whole time. She still has ALS, surprisingly. She's had it for 8 years now, which is really unheard of. You can see her in her wheelchair over there. She likes to take long walks with my stepdad and with Sophie, my dog. But if you know my mom, you would know that she still works hard every day and only gives her time and energy to others in need. And she was destined to be the greatest mom in the entire world. Yeah.